What's up YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria back with another video. In this video, I'm actually going to be talking about how I lost 20 pounds. If you guys are new to my channel, then make sure you subscribe. If you've already been following my channel, then thanks for coming back. So let's get started with this video. I just want to give you some tips and tricks on how you could just be better overall and how I was bigger, how I was a little bit smaller, and how I still have some work to do. So pretty much this is, I'm starting out with some water right now, and it is bomb. Okay, so I use a Brita pitcher. If you guys have not heard of Brita or Brita, however you guys pronounce it, I like to say Brita. I use a Brita pitcher, which filters out my water. I don't drink sink water. Just by itself, tap water, I filter my water. So basically in this Brita pitcher, what you do is you fill it up with, your regular sink water, and you apply the filter. The filter will indicate when it's low, when it's almost low, like when it needs to be changed. It will tell you all of those things when the time comes. But that's how I make my water. I let it sit in the refrigerator, filter out, and it's bomb. So right now it's very hot outside. It's about 80s, close to 90s, like it's hot. So I basically have my lemon water. I do believe I need to go to the store, but I have to write my list out before I go because I don't want to just be leaving just to leave. But basically, so I have my water here. I drink water during the day, but I drink water all the time. So you guys, I basically have lemon and I have mint in this drink right now. Okay, mint helps with digestion, freshness of breath, and then lemon, lemon does its thing as well. So this is normally what I drink during the day, water. So if I had to give you guys tip number one would be drink water, okay? Water is so good for you. I drink water every day. How much water you drink, that's definitely going to be up to you. I say drink a gallon a day. It helps with your water retention, and after all, I don't think it's a problem drinking a gallon of water. So this is how I'm going to be, how I like to start my day, what I like to drink when I wake up, when I go to bed at nighttime. I also, like, if I'm in the mood for a hot beverage, I like to do like a hot water with lemon. Definitely really, really good for digestion in the morning. Also, I sometimes drink tea. If I drink tea, I might drink my tea with apple cider vinegar or something like that. Apple cider vinegar has so many benefits, okay? Tip number two, apple cider vinegar, all day, all day. Okay, so apple cider vinegar is, it has to be raw, and I know you guys are always with the mother. Yes, with the mother, okay? That's the apple cider vinegar. I get Bragg's. I don't have any of this stuff to show you because it's in the kitchen, and I'm not going to the kitchen to get it. But Bragg's apple cider vinegar is helpful. I had quinoa salad the other day, and I added some Bragg's apple cider vinegar on my quinoa. So, and throughout my salad, because I made that my vinegary dressing. Sometimes I sprinkle apple cider vinegar into a cup of just water, room temperature. Sometimes I sprinkle apple cider vinegar in tea with no, sugar. I don't keep white sugar in my house, FYI. So if I make a tea or something like that, it's typically accompanied by a lemon or apple cider vinegar or both in the tea. Okay, and I drink herbal teas. So number two, I would say, is going to be apple cider vinegar. So we have water, we have apple cider vinegar. I would also say too, IF, which is intermittent fasting, or OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. Now, these are ways that I naturally eat. I'm just giving you the terminology, the jargon, because this is what people classify these things as. I've always eaten not much growing up and even now. But when I went plant-based a couple years ago, some of you who see all my videos, and you're probably tired of hearing me say this, but when I went plant-based a couple years ago, I literally shot up 35 to 40 pounds over a span of time. And I believe that it was because I cut out meat. I started cutting out dairy, and I believe that the cutting out of meat made me crave refined sugars and carbs and things like that I didn't naturally crave, I started craving because I was taking away such a heavy presence in my lifestyle. So not everybody who goes vegan, plant-based, or anything like that is going to automatically lose weight. Some people do, some people shoot up. It all depends on what you actually eat and gravitate to. Because in the plant-based life, there's really a lot that you still can have without it being considered a violation of vegan code or plant-based code. I think as you grow more into the lifestyle and it becomes more of you, of being a vegan or being plant-based, I do believe that there are certain things that are still not necessarily vegan opted out, that you will begin to opt out for your own various reasons. So there's things that I don't eat any longer that I could probably still eat being vegan, but I still don't eat them because it's not what I'm gravitating to. I'm gravitating to my fruits and vegetables and protein smoothies and all of these things to boost my immunity and all of these things that are going to just make me overall better. When I eat junk or I eat something bad, out of this world, I feel terrible. Like, not feel terrible that I just picked it up and ate it, but I feel terrible like my body just does not feel the same. So some days I have to snap back out of it, drink my water, eat my fruits and vegetables, and I feel whole again. Like right now I feel so good. Like it's about to be 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything, other than the bagel earlier, my avocado bagel, and even though I ate that and had my frappe with no whipped cream, no drizzle, and it was just almond milk, that whole healthy little breakfast or brunch or whatever you want to call it, I still feel very light. I feel very light and airy, and that's what I like. I don't like feeling bloated. I don't like feeling so I would definitely say apple cider vinegar. If you guys even take a look at my face, I don't have on any makeup. Like, I don't have on anything other than, like jewelry, earrings, and I don't have on no makeup. So I definitely would say the presence of dairy, even though I've been like this for a while, just dairy, drinking your water, and all of that stuff has the ability also to relieve your skin of those toxins and things within your body and eventually start making your skin glow better and everything like that. So I would definitely say water, apple cider vinegar. Number 3, let's get more into the IF/OMAD/ all of that. Number 3 is going to be basically your time frame of eating, your window of eating. So some people might need to eat between 10 and 6. Others may say, I want to eat between 12 and 8. Others may say 11 and 7. You choose what time work for you, but I can guarantee you if you choose a time frame, it's going to be better for your results. When I do OMAD, 1 meal a day, I eat all of my calories in that 1 meal. I don't eat to be gluttoned. I eat to be satisfied, content, but not to the point where I feel like I have to eat everything because I only ate once. Those are my favorite days because OMAD, 1 meal a day, literally gives me 23 hours out of the rest of the day to fast. Drinking water and hydrating myself and just being able to literally fast and have a clear and concise mind. So for me, I like OMAD. Even though it's that 1 meal and people are like, I can't eat 1 meal a day. You can do whatever you set your mind to, actually. But I've never needed to eat much to be content. So it works out for me. So water, apple cider vinegar, and starting a time frame, cutting off things. If you say your time to not eat is after 8, don't eat after 8. I mean, if you get hungry, eat. I'm not telling you to like make yourself feel like I'm so hungry I can't eat. But try to be as consistent as you can. When you think you're hungry, go drink some water. If you can be consistent on your time slots, you're going to be seeing consistent results. That's number 3. Moving on to number 4, it falls right after. That's going to be portion control / lifestyle. You want to make sure that the portions that you're eating are enough to fill you, but enough to not overdo it. If you're eating portions double your fist because you're hungry, because you're exerting more energy, it might justify the fact that you are eating more because you're doing more, but it does not justify the fact that you're eating too much, okay? So you want to focus on portion control. You know, you want to focus on portion control, making sure that you're eating portions that are the size of your fist, portions that, you know what I mean, within measure. There's not really much to talk about other than portion control, So let's move on to the next one, which the fifth thing is going to fall right after portion control, which is like lifestyle. How you eat and what you choose is going to make a huge difference. You hear it all the time. 70 to 80% of your lifestyle, how you eat and things that you consume, have more to do with how your overall results are going to be. Okay? You need to make sure you adopt a lifestyle that is going to be conducive for you, not one that's going to make you like, oh my goodness, I can't eat because I don't want anything that I purchased. You want to buy, when I buy healthy foods, I buy foods that I'm going to eat, smoothies that I'm going to make. I'm not buying things that just look like a vegan with a refrigerator full of greens that I don't even eat. No. I'm actually doing what's really going to be working for what I need to do. So I eat, you know, my greens and things like that. And if you're going to be eating multiple meals a day, try your best to incorporate greens in every meal. Because all it's going to do is just make it better for you. What else would I say? Yeah, so definitely lifestyle, making sure you eat positively. Eat, you know, feed your body, feed your soul with good things. The sixth thing I would give as far as advice is to sleep. I was having the worst insomnia when I first became plant-based. I already wasn't sleeping enough because my mind races 1,000 miles per hour just thinking about how can I be the better version of myself. No cap, all the time. So at nighttime, if you're on your phone, you're reading books, you're doing those things, how are you going to fall asleep? Yes, you might be trying to be successful, but how are you going to actually get the rest to be successful? I started having nights where I wasn't sleeping for 72 hours straight, 24 hours straight, 48 hours straight. I was like, oh, no. This is a problem. Okay? So I started doing things as I'm doing now, working and doing other things that I can do to just make me sleep. And still no rest. And one day I got fed up. I said, you're going to go to sleep. You're sleeping. I set a bedtime. And I wanted to track results in a week. Okay? So I did OMAD, 1 meal a day for a week. I did drinking water every day. And then I also went to sleep 6 to 8 hours. And what I noticed in that time gap was in that week I lost 7 pounds. And it was because my lifestyle was great. My sleeping was great. My OMAD was on point. 7 pounds. Not 7 pounds that came back, but 7 pounds that I actually took off and it stayed off. Okay? So you want to definitely make sure you're being committed to yourself. You want to make sure that you're being dedicated and that you're not trying to cheat yourself out of your own life. I'm going to put my starting weight, end weight, goal weight, everything in the description box below, and I'm going to try my hardest to remember all of the tips that I just gave you so that I can drop them below, each tip. So then the seventh thing that I'm going to want to say is fitness. You want to work out a little bit. Maybe you go for a few walks a day, you know, like a couple laps, or maybe you just do a quick 20 to 30 minute workout. I never recommend long workouts because just because you're in the gym or you're at home doing a workout for a long time does not make you more in shape than somebody who is going to work out for a sum of 20 to 30 minutes. In fact, the person who goes hard in 20 to 30 minutes more than likely will have a better workout than the person who spends an hour in the gym going very, very light on themselves. So I would most definitely say workout. Work out at least 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. Don't do 7 days a week unless you're like trying to set a goal for yourself. The only way I would say do 7 days a week is if you're doing like a 30-day like commitment to yourself, which I do all the time. But other than that, if it's just a part of your lifestyle, just maybe 4 or 5 times a week. If you do 6 times a week, then just make sure it's never 7 because you always want to give yourself a rest day. Don't go so hard in the gym that you begin to slack in life. So yeah, you can work out. But if you eat right and you do what you're supposed to, you can organically lose weight without having to work out. But I don't want you all to get into a mindset that, oh, I don't need to work out. I don't need to maintain this one body that I have, because that would be a lie. You do need to maintain that body that you have. So I would definitely say fitness. The 8th thing that I would definitely say is peace. space and energy. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are good for you, things that are good for you, because the toxic people and the toxic things in your life have the ability to add major stress. When I had tacked on that weight, and I say this all the time, even though I was bloated during my menstrual cycle, which I likely will gain 3 to 5 pounds during that time, or I was, because of bloat, yes, I seen 179 on the scale. Regularly, I seen 175, 176 once I had gotten to that weight that I had never seen before. But when I seen 179, I said, oh, this is a problem. And I started literally just transforming things. Toxic, gone. Waste, I call that toxic stuff, waste, gone. I started stressing, gone. Like all of these things that were contributing to the sleep, handled. The lifestyle, handled. Like everything started to literally be like something that I was focusing on daily to do better with. Eliminate that stress, because stress has the same ability to stress you out, but it also has the same ability to kill you. So you want to eliminate that and live a prosperous life by eliminating the stress, the toxic, relationships. And the 10th thing is always making sure that your attitude is, a buck. Keep that attitude a buck, okay? Because if your mindset, your attitude and mindset go together for me. If your mindset and your attitude are offset, there's no results, baby. You got to look in that mirror and tell yourself that you're gorgeous. You got to look in that mirror and tell yourself that you can. You got to look in that mirror and say, today, what I'm feeling is not what I'm going to be feeling tomorrow. I'm going to do something about this, and I'm going to make the best of it, and you do it, okay? I went from 179 to now I've weighed in this week, 163 yesterday, but I seen 160, 161 last week. So it's like I'm nearly 20 pounds down, When I seen 160 last week, I was like, bro, you know what I mean? Because to see 179, 180 on a scale, you like, sis, this ain't even you. You always been 125, 130. How do you even get to a 179, 180? You know what I mean? So when I saw that, obviously I was also lifting in the gym, and I did notice when I drank my protein and I lifted in the gym, I was gaining. I was getting gains. Muscle does way more than fat, so I'm not saying that it was all bad thing, but I had seen 179, 180, and whether it was muscle or it was fat, it was just too big for me, baby. So when I seen the 179, 180, and then I seen the 160, I'm like, wow, 20 pounds. All just off of a mindset change that basically trickled into everything else that I was doing. So presently, I am in the 160s. I mean, might be goal weight for some, but for me, I still want to lose. So I just wanted to give you guys 10 tips and tricks, full video, almost 20 minutes worth of a video on how you guys can do better, how you can see results. If you have any questions, make sure you comment in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. I'm no fitness coach, no nutritionist. I'm just telling you guys, I know it sounds cliche, but what I did and what was working for me. I know 1,000 videos on YouTube says, I'm just telling you what works for me, but it's the truth, guys. When we say it, it's just because it's the line that just sums it all up. It worked for me. And I believe it could work for you as well, because I've had some other people who's worked out with me, who's asked me for advice in fitness, and they've hit their fitness goals. Like I said, I ain't no fitness coach. They're trying to turn me into one, but I'm just saying. So I definitely believe, what I was doing really does work. So if you want to try it, let me know if it worked out for you. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be making plenty of videos today for you, and see you beautiful people in the next video. Later.
It's only 11 something.